speakers, turn them up. Boom, the reefer burn it up. Cause vibe reactions in the building, we for certain love. The king of this reaction thing, and it's curtains for a fool that think of coming at the team. It ain't hurting us, true. I'm a vibe like Ray, and that's my brother and them. He love it when you go monkey with them bars, and it's my jungle gym. There's laughter in reality. Whenever Brody's streaming, keep it real and don't be scheming. Yo, he's actually no cap with it, so follow vibe reaction. Vibe reaction.
Chicago beats.
Let's go! What we talking about, eh? Fuck we talking about, eh? What? What? Eh? What are we talking about, eh? It's crazy, bro. Yo! I said, hey, yo! Stop talking crazy! Ah! And we gotta do it one more time for these niggas, and we gotta do it one more time, man.
Chicago beats.
What's going on, man? Fuck we talking about? I haven't washed my hands, bro. I said, hey, yo! They didn't hear. I said, hey, yo! Fuck we talking about, eh? Oh, I'm hype. These niggas thought I was hype before, nigga. I am hype. Oh! What is good? Vibe Gang, it is your boy. I said, what is good? Vibe Gang, it is your... They didn't hear me in the back. They didn't hear me in the back. Somebody in the back told me they didn't hear shit. Gotta do it again, because they didn't hear it. They just got in. They just got in. They just got in. What the fuck you want me to do about it, nigga? I gotta fucking do for them. And stop talking crazy, eh? Ah! What are you talking about? Man! Huh? I said, what is good? Vibe Gang. It is my neighbors. My neighbors over here acting crazy. They're like, "What is going on?" Don't even worry about it for the neighbors in the back because they don't even know what just happened. They don't know. That's for you, Fred. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. My bad, Fred. My bad, Fred. Yeah. What are we talking about? What is good, everybody? Whew. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. This smile, right here, you see this? You see these pearly whites? I've been showing it to the world. There was a dude in the airport with a black tooth. He looked at me. He was like, "Man, you happy?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." It brightened up his day. He had a black tooth in the front. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, when I was a 16-year-old kid, 16, one with a 6, sweet 16, all of that. I had the dress. I danced with my dad. Everything happened, bro. I didn't have that. Yo! Every time I blink I close my eyes, the goat's in front of me. One more time for that. One more time for that. What are we talking about, son? Hey! Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Son. It was a burgundy one. It was a burgundy dress. I like burgundy. It was very, past, present, and future. I don't know what that means. Listen, like, dude, I am in the fucking clouds right now, guys. I can't think straight. I was trying to kiss my wife in the lips. I kissed in the nose because I was blinded by the M. That whole entire night was crazy. The whole entire night. But we're not going to start this story from the end. We need to start this shit from the very fucking beginning. Everybody, I appreciate you guys coming out to hear the story. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys had an opportunity to go see the movie last night. It's premiering in all AMC theaters world motherfucking wide. Oh, let me do it again because they didn't hear it. People are coming in that they didn't hear what happened. I said the movie is out in all the AMC theaters worldwide. Buy the ticket. Just buy the ticket, yo. It's an incredible movie. Incredible movie. Oh, very good. All right. I need to get my back in order. We have to start this from the very beginning, but before we get any of that started, thank you, everybody, for the love that you guys have been showing me for the past couple of days with all this going on. It's surreal. Me and my wife kept on looking at each other. Me, my wife, and my son, the three of us just looking at each other. Like, we can't believe this is fucking happening. Thank you guys for sharing it and just adding my name into the comments and all the pictures that you guys see that are being posted of the movie, the commercials, the trailers. I am posted. You saw me. Hold on. I don't think they saw the picture though. I didn't think they saw the picture though. The M put on. They didn't see it. They got me. M got me on his page with the mic in my hand like I'm about to freestyle. I swear to God I wasn't. I swear to God I was not trying to lose the crowd, bro. If I started to freestyle, everybody would have left. And they would have stopped buying Eminem shit just because I was there. So no. I promise you I wasn't going freestyle. Dude, this whole entire thing is just like, it's an emotional roller coaster. That's the best way to explain it. It's just an emotional roller coaster. As everybody, hold on. I gotta go down the line, bro. Kathy. Shout out to Kathy. Kathy also is the one that made the thumbnail for this live. So shout out to Kathy for the work that she puts in on the page, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for doing what you do for the page. We love you over here. You know that. I appreciate you. Bad Wolf, all my mods, I appreciate the fuck out of all of you guys for everything that you guys do, everything that you guys push. My name on everything, and you guys are the best in the world, man. I can't thank you guys enough. Everybody, I see the love, and it's like I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do in this situation. Like, I'm just a regular nigga from Brooklyn, bro. I didn't do this to strive to do anything famous, like be in movies. I wasn't thinking about none of that. I wanted to listen to music and have fun, and all this opportunity. They mentioned me in the panel. They introduced me as Uncle fucking Ray. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into all of that. But the amazing love that I saw from everybody, I was just like overwhelmed, crying. Look at my eyes are puffy. My palms aren't sweaty because I lotion. So it's silky. My hands are silky. My palms ain't sweaty though. I don't sweat like that. Kathy, thank you. John Brooks, I appreciate you coming through, man. Bad Wolf, my brother, love you, man. Thank you. Jenny, F12, what is going on? Thank you guys all for showing up, man. Thank you guys for all being here. Thank you guys for all supporting, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a regular nigga from Brooklyn. I don't know. And this doesn't happen to regular niggas from Brooklyn like that. And it happened. And I didn't know how to accept it, and I accepted it. And it was the most wonderfulest, one of the most wonderfulest moments in my fucking life. I got an opportunity to shake hands with this man that I consider one of my idols. Somebody that I look up to since I was 16 years old. We're gonna get into all of that. I'm trying to get some structure. I want to tell you the story for real. This is the ultimate story time with Ray, bro. This is the ultimate story time with Ray. Larry Belafonte, Reese Belafonte, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for doing everything that you guys do. Thank you. Marcus Acampo, all you guys, thank you for coming through, hanging out. Judy, Tone Deaf, what's going on, baby? Follow my man Tone Deaf. Amazing dude. Follow him on YouTube, man. Thank you guys for all coming out. Thank you. So where do we start? Cyber Skull Media, what's going on, baby? Thundy ass, what's going on? Where do I begin? I'll begin from the beginning. It started with a dance. No, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you the story. Let me go light up my Bliss Hunt. Well, see, thank you so much. Idiocracy Unfolding, thank you so much. Ophelia, what's going on? Ashley's here. All right. So we're going to start this off a year ago. Eminem, Paul Rosenberg, and a bunch of other people started posting out that they were doing this Stand documentary thing. If you wanted to be a part of the Stand documentary, all you had to do was send in a 60-second clip explaining simply why you are a Stan. So I said, you know what? What do I got to lose? At this point, I'm already 70, 80,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm already comfortable being on camera. I'm already comfortable talking and being myself on camera. So it was an easy 60-second clip that I ever recorded in my life. And I kept it. I didn't send them 60 seconds. I sent them something longer, but then thankfully, I think I want to find the clip. So when I'm doing a whole entire video collage for the Patreon, and I'm trying to find the earlier videos that I did, because I sent 3. And then I retracted 3. I was like, no, don't use that one. Use this one. Because I was so fucking scared about what it was. But then thankfully I found out that I was sending it to the wrong goddamn fucking email. So I almost missed the cutoff by like a fucking day. And I was fucking shitting myself. I finally found the right email. I did the 60-second clip, and I said, fuck it, I'm going to break everything down to 60 seconds, because I kept on going longer and longer and longer as I spoke, as you guys know. I got it down to 60, I sent it through, and I said, fuck it. Jesus, take the wheel, let's see what happens. Months are passing by, like a month and a half, 2 months passes by. I don't hear nothing, no email, no phone call, nothing. And I'm just like, man, they probably didn't pick me. Hey, it's what it is. Let's move on, right? And then I got an email. 2 days later, I got an email. And it said that they wanted me to go into a Zoom call. So I went to a Zoom call. Shout out to Martin that I had the Zoom call with. And it was just pretty much not an interview, but more asking questions, trying to I saw what kind of angle they were trying to take with the questions they were asking. And it was more of a, let's see if you really are a stan or not, with the questions that they were asking. So he asked me all these questions and, how long you've been listening to M, what's your favorite song, yada, yada, and just get into detail. No yes or no kind of answers. They wanted like full detail. So we did that. And then another 2 months, 3 months passes by. And I'm just like, fuck, that didn't go through. And I'm over here, and like I was like, all right, I got the email, I got that call for me to go and do the Zoom call. I'm like, yes, we got it. I'm ecstatic. My wife and me are going crazy. Me and my son, like I took my son, I grabbed him by the shoulder. I said, you heard what they said, nigga? And I threw him. Then I petted him, and I was like, don't worry about it, Daddy's okay, and you okay. I kissed him, and I laid him down. I was excited. I was nervous as hell going in, but once the Zoom call started, it just flowed. It just flowed. I was just talking to another dude that was asking me Eminem. That's the easiest thing in the world. You're going to sit me here and you're going to talk to me about Eminem? I could talk to you about Eminem for 4.5 to 5 days. What are we talking about? I could do this forever. So it was, and we were there, we were talking, and it felt like it was just me talking to another brother that liked Eminem. That's it. That's all that it was. So they did that. And then the waiting game began again. And I'm like, oh. I'm like going crazy. I'm going crazy because now it's just like, how long is this gonna take? How long, like, because they're weeding everybody out. At this point, they're starting to weed. It was 9,000 people that ended up sending 60-second clips. And they only picked, I think it was 20 out of 9,000. So now that I see in hindsight, I understand why the whole process was so fucking long. Plus editing and all this other shit after they finished picking everybody. I understood the process now. I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it because it's like a lot to do. So I did the Zoom call. The Zoom call was going to determine who was going to go and do the actual recording. Go up there and actually do the sitting. If you guys saw the movie where we sit down and you see us talking, that was chosen to go do that. So we went and we sat there and let me rewind. And we rewind way back. So I did the Zoom call, and then a couple of weeks passed by, and I'm over here like this. Just biting my nail. I can't focus at work. I can't focus because I already got the Zoom call. So in my mind, I'm like, is this like legit? I got it or no? Or this is just testing the waters? Are they testing waters? Because I'm a hydrated nigga. I drink a lot of water. So I'm probably going to test positive if they're testing waters. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I do. I am making myself lose my mind. So I said, you know what? I had to actually just sit down and say, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, because if not, if I would have kept on going through that mindset of just obsessing over if they're going to pick me or not, I was not going to be able to focus on anything else. So I said, I had to put myself down like, you know what, dude, if they pick you, they pick you. If they don't, they don't. You have to let it go because now you're thinking about it way too fucking much. So I finally let it go. I said, you know what? Whatever. I started focusing more on YouTube. This is the craziest part. This part right here gives me goosebumps when I bring it up. So I made an announcement about a year ago that I was going to go do YouTube full time. The movie just came out and I just celebrated a year full time on YouTube. When I decided, hey, I quit. 9 to 5, see you later. I think I'm pretty good at this YouTube shit where I can at least get comfortable where I could pay my bills and live a comfortable fucking life being my own fucking boss. This is the part that is crazy. I did that, right? The first week, I was going through it. It was the best week of my life. I was hype. And then the week of, oh shit, this is real. I'm doing this full time. Now I have to be in this motherfucker all day. That's how I'm thinking in my mind. And I'm just working and working, and I'm just being upset because nothing's going right, and I'm having issues with YouTube, and it's just everything was going bad. Everything was like, I'm done. I have to go back. In my mind, I'm like, I can't fucking do this shit. Because yeah, my shit was doing this, but then as soon as I started doing full time, it went, and my pay got cut in half, and I went, how the fuck did that happen? If I'm doing more. So I was not understanding the algorithm. I wasn't understanding shit in the very, very beginning. And then I was about to say, fuck it. I can't do this shit. I was about to call my boss and say, I'm going to go back. Look, I made a mistake. I gave it a week. I gave it a fucking week. Like, I understand if I have to start from the bottom, I'll start from the fucking bottom. I do not have a problem with that. I didn't think this was going to do like that. So I was already giving up because it was hard. I have to provide for my family, and if I don't provide, I don't want to put it all on my wife. She doesn't deserve that shit. I already put her through enough. So I'm just like, I made a big fucking mistake. This is one of the biggest mistakes of my life that I made. Fuck. And then I get the email. You have been chosen to go and fly out to New York to be in the documentary. The minute that I got that email, that they said that they want me to go out there, that they're going to pay for my flight, they're going to pay for the hotel and everything. All I did was just cry. Because I told God, I was like, and this had nothing to do with the Stand movie. It had nothing to do with the Stand movie. At all, it didn't have nothing to do with it. It had to do with YouTube, with what I love to do. And like, it's not going to be feasible anymore for me to do this because the way things are going, everything was just going bad. And I said in the studio and I said, God, if you want me to keep on doing this YouTube shit, you got to give me something, bro. Because I'm running out of fume. I'm running out of ideas and I'm running out of patience. What do I need to do? He sends me the email the next fucking day or the day I have or next week. Sends me the email saying that I'm going to be in the Stand documentary. When I heard that, when I saw the email, I couldn't talk. I didn't know nothing. I just couldn't understand how the fuck this happened to me. I was trying to figure it out. And going through the process of answering back, because there was a lot of logistics that needed to be taken care of in the background. So we took care of the logistics part of it. I understood where I needed to be, how this was going to go down. And it was pretty much, they got me there. I went in. They introduced me to Steven. Shout out to Steven, which is the host, the guy that was the narrator that you hear in the background. The guy that pretty much his idea was to do this. He does documentaries. He's done a lot. So shout out to Steven. Introduced me to him. We talked for a little bit. He got me a little comfortable, got me some water. They mic'd me up. They made sure that I was good. Make sure I had it. If you see the movie, you'll see this chain right here. It's turned around like this. Because it was like that in the whole interview, because these two chains were clinging against each other. And the mic was like breaking it, but they didn't want to tell me to take off my jewelry. They wanted me to keep the jewelry on. So they just turned it around so it won't clink. And that's why the chain is the way it was. They mic'd me up, and then it was just like spotlight. It was a box, and all it was is Steven's face in the box. And everything else is dark. And I'm talking to him. That's all I'm doing is talking to him. He's asking questions and I'm answering them. We were there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I would say about 2 hours. It felt like 2 hours. There was many times that they had to stop me from going too long because they were like, "Look, you're giving us a lot." They literally had to stop me and they said, "You're giving us a lot," and we enjoyed all of this footage, but because they have to move on. They can't be here forever trying to. get all this footage done. So they had to try to let me know in the nicest way possible. Can you shut the fuck up? Can you just answer the fucking question? But I was like, nigga, you asked me what? And I just went off. I just started telling them everything, right? But it was amazing. So all that happened. We started going through the questions, and then they asked the question, what would you do if Eminem was here right now? And then when they did that, I started hearing people walking behind me. I went, if this motherfucker's here, there's gonna be, I don't know what's gonna happen. You guys got some muscle, because you're gonna have to pick my ass up, put me back on this chair. And and Steven started laughing, and he was just like, what would you? He's like, you have to answer it to a question. I was making him laugh, so he couldn't really. So he came out and he told me if he was. So I answered it, and I was like, I would just tell him thank you. I was like, thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping me get through the sobriety, the years and years, over 20 years of me being an addict. You helped me get through the sobriety part of it, and that was the him just playing over and over and over. Recovery was playing over and over. The first 3 months, the first year of me giving up pills and coke and all that, it was listening to Recovery the whole time. Because Relapse dropped. No, bull. That was Marshall LP, but Recovery was what I started when I got on when I started my recovery 10 years ago. So I'm just listening to it over and over again, and he helped me get through all that, because a lot of the shit that he was saying and a lot of these songs it felt directed to me. It directly was hitting me. Like, yo, you were talking about me in that fucking song, and it was just, without him, I don't know how I got through it, because he made me understand a lot of shit that at the time I couldn't really get, or my mind wasn't really trying to hear. But when I was hearing it, when he was telling it to me through his music, well, to us, it resonated so much that it gave me that extra push, that extra oomph that I needed to say, you know what, full-fledged, we need to do this shit. And in a weird way, it's like I didn't want to let M down, because it's hard going through your addiction and everything. It's hard to get sober from that, and it's like I have to make sure that the mindset that he was in at that recovery stage, that I had to keep that mindset throughout my recovery stage. I gotta keep going. I can't be afraid of shit. I gotta keep pushing and keep on going for my happiness and nothing else. M taught me that. M taught me how my kids are priority. Fuck everything else. My kids come first, be anything. And sometimes, as an addict and as a person that deals with a lot of depression and anger, sometimes I don't know how to express how to my family how I feel, because I was never shown that. So it's hard for me to show, but doing this YouTube has helped me get through all of it. It's helped me with my sobriety. It's helped me to show my emotion to the public, helped me show my emotion to my family. Because it was like, I need to be me on this, because if not, people are not going to take me real. And then that helped me just become just a complete different person than I was 10 years ago. M was a very big part of that with his music. When I ever get into any type of issue, or my head is is clouded, or I can't think straight, I put my headphones on, I put some M on, and I know exactly what song to go to. I know exactly what album to go to. For feeling what I'm feeling, that I know I'm going to find something there that's going to help me out. And I'll play it, and it gets me through it. And it hasn't failed me in 25 years. It has not failed me. All I have to do is put a song of M's. When I'm going like through the roughest times of my life, I've put on a song of M, and it's gotten me out of that mindset, because he has a way to do that. Granted, he's not the only one that does that to me. M was the one that did that to me when I was 18, when I didn't know anything, when my father was so in debt into his work, I didn't really have a father figure. I saw him on the weekends, if that. And was there and was there teaching me how to not give a fuck about what nobody fucking thinks about you. You have to be you no matter who the fuck you are, because that's all you got. He gave me that sense of, yo, I'm worth something, even if the people around me don't think so. And just to give me that mindset through all the turbulations, it was an up and down battle in this life shit for the past 25 years. And M has always been in the background for a lot of that 25 years. So I'm losing my train of thought. Where we at, guys? I'm sorry. I lost my complete train of thought, man, because I just went right back to that time frame, and like my mind right now is. All right, so we got where we at. I got to New York. We did the thing. Me and Steven vibing. We talking. The thing was over. They mic me. Steven gets out. He's like, yo, shakes my hand. He's like, bro, this whole thing was amazing. He's like, you gave us so much good shit. He's like, I'm pretty sure we're going to be using a lot of it. And I'm like, brother, for the opportunity alone, thank you. I appreciate you guys flying me out here, getting me the hotel, all that. Yeah, it was nice treats and all that. Dapped it up, and then I was gone. And just that quick. Nothing happened. M wasn't there. None of that. It was just straight recording. We recorded and we were going, and they had to go through a lot because it was not only the people that you see. There was a lot of other people that were on there that went to New York to go get the recording done and all that. That they unfortunately didn't make the cut. But if you've seen the movie's already out. I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but just look at the end of the movie. Stay to the end credits. Watch the whole entire thing if you are going to go to the movie theaters, and it will make sense what I'm going to say, because a lot of people weren't there that went to New York that were supposed to be there, but they didn't got chosen because they went through the whole panel went through to choose who was going to be on there. And out of 9,000 people, I think it was like 20 people that got picked. So everybody went through it. Paul, M, Steven, the director, and the director that did this is the same director that did 8 Mile. And so it was all of that, right? And I was able to meet him too. He was over there, but I'll get into that later. So Steven is like the best in the world. Like, he knows his hip hop. He knows his shit. When I post this video, or when this video goes up, I'm gonna do the description. I'm gonna tag Steven on there. You guys need to go follow him. He does a lot of amazing fucking work. So I said, I'm back in the hotel. I'm getting my shit ready. I'm getting in bed early because I got an early flight to go back home. I go home. To get to the flight, I get home. Everything goes back to normal. I got to go to work, do my YouTube thing, do what I do. I think it's like 7, 8 months. It's already almost coming up to like a couple months ago. Where we at right now? We're in August. So I think June. They said, hey, we want to go to your home and we need to record. So it was like a couple of months apart. They're like, we want to go to your home and we want to record. They chose only a few people to go to their house and record some footage. So I was like, okay, not a problem. So got the house ready and everything. They got me, and they shipped me a free the Death of Slim Shady vinyl. So I got the Death of Slim Shady vinyl from that. That was what they gave me as part of the being in the movie. So I got that. So they wanted to record me pretty much putting my headphones on. I got my record player right over here. I had to move it over here, and they pretty much wanted me to record. They recorded me just looking at the folding book that it has, and taking the record out and putting it on my record player and playing it, putting my headphones on, and just rapping whatever song. So I just let it play from the first song, and I just started doing what I usually do when I listen to it, just rapping. And I'm just rapping to it, just having the time of my life, and he got a couple of footage, got it, and he was gone. Just quick as he came, but we it felt fast for me because it was like I'm moving and I'm doing this, and then he's making me do this, making me do that, but my wife was like, he was here forever. So I'm like, it didn't even feel like that to me. We did do a lot of repeat, but it felt so quick. And he was gone. That's it. He got his footage and he was gone. And I stood with the record and I was like, let's see what happens. And then towards last month around there, that's when we started getting the emails. Hey, it's premiering. Get ready, yada, yada, yada. It's going to be in London. They let us know about the London premiere, and then they told us about when it was going to premiere in New York on August 6th. They told us like 2 weeks ago they told us. But they did say that we were going to be in the London premiere, that they were going to air it there first. So it was there. One person hit me up on IG, and it's like, I just saw it, and I saw you on it, and I said, shh, because I did sign an NDA to it. So I was like, shh. I don't know what's the do's and don'ts on that. So I don't know. And then they came and they I think she sent me a picture of the screen where it was playing, and she sent it to. I was like, oh. So it's like in my mind, I'm like, oh my god, this is happening for real. Because I didn't know, they didn't give me the email. Just because they did all the recording doesn't mean that they were going to use my footage. So I didn't know anything. I was like, I'm not going to know until I see it, because they're still going down of probably rooting people out. That's how I was seeing it in my mind. So I don't even know if I was going to make the final cut. So that just gave me the confirmation that I'm probably going to, like, oh shit, I'm in the movie. So I was like, oh my fucking God. And I'm losing it. I am losing it. And then I forgot, I think it was like 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, I get an email. Hey, we want you guys to come up, you and a guest, to come up to the premiere in New York. And I get the email and I'm just like, what? Like, I am literally like losing it. I may have the time frames all fucked up because my mind, I'm still flying. But the way I'm saying it is going in the right order. And then after that, it was just the waiting, because I was like, damn, right now I can't afford to go to New York, because they were just giving us the tickets. They were just like hooking us up with the tickets and everything. So I was just like, I can't go, because like I can't afford a freaking ticket to go to New York right now. Like right now, like money's low. I just got a strike. I just came from having a strike, so I'm trying to recoup a lot of shit. So I'm like, I can't even afford to do that. And I sent them an email, and I was like, I really, really appreciate you guys. I appreciate the offer so much, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it. Funds right now are not where they need to be at, but I did get the tickets to go see it on the 7th, which was yesterday. So we are going to watch it on the 7th. I can't wait to see it. Yada yada yada. And they were like, yeah, we apologize about that. We only covering the tickets to go to see the movie. And then I was like, yeah, damn. And so I kind of was like, kind of disappointed, but since I was like nervous about going when I first heard about the tickets, I was just like, I want to go. That's why I'm saying the emotions were like this. It's like I want to go, but I got responsibilities. I can't be selfish and just, I could use that money. I need a lot of debt to pay off, so can't use that money to go fly. That's selfish shit to me. I need to pay my shit off. So I was trying to be responsible, and then 2-3 days after that, I get an email. Hey, we're going to go pay for your flight. We're going to pay for your hotel because we want you to be part of the panel after the premiere on the 6th. And I said, what? I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I like, God has came in every moment and went, here. Like every time that I took my L and I was like, you know what, it is what it is. Guy was like, nah, you good. And every time, damn, I can't do it, or something comes in my way that I'm like, this may not happen. God comes, nah, it's gonna happen. And I'm just like, and my wife was like, you gotta go. She was like, if that's not a sign, what is? She's like, you gotta go. I'm like, and I just couldn't understand that. You want me to be in what panel? You want me to go? You're paying for my hotel. You're paying for all this, and you want me to go with it? I'm losing it, guys. I'm over here, and I'm in the middle of reacting, and the movie's not out, so I can't. I'm losing it. But when they made the announcement to say, hey, it's going to be on theaters August 7th, the minute they made that announcement, I was able to I emailed them and said, hey, can I tell my subscribers that I'm going to be in the movie? And that's when you guys saw the live that I went, hey, I got news that I was going to be in the Stan documentary movie. And I did that live because I was only able to tell you guys that I was going to be in the movie. I couldn't get into detail on how I was able to get into the movie. This was a long process from beginning to end, from the start of all of it. It was, they put a lot of work in, and they were making it so it could come out for the ending that it came out, because that was one of the dopest moments in a lot of people's lives in Pier 17 in New York. That night, a lot of stands got together, and the energy. You felt the energy in there. So shout out to everybody, from Delaney to everybody, Steven, everybody that had a part in the movie. It came out so fucking good. I nothing that I was expecting. I was expecting it one way in my head. I was speculating a lot out of just the trailers and things that I was seeing. But what I finished seeing, what the finishing, the final cut, this is it. One of the most amazing documentaries that I've seen. It was done very well, and that team is serious. They're serious about this. Where am I at? We're coming to the day. We're almost coming to the day. We're almost there. I need some water. Are you guys enjoying the story so far? Please put fire in the chat if you guys are enjoying the story so far. I may have all the timelines all fucked up. Don't quote me on any of the timelines, but the action part is on par with how it all went down. You guys have any questions or anything like that I'll answer whatever question you guys have to the best of my ability. There's going to be a lot of things that I'm not going to know because I'm not part of production or anything like that. So I really can't answer any of it. I was just part of the movie. But if you guys have any questions or anything like that, but I need to smoke. Let's just say Eminem said he's gonna keep on doing this shit for a long fucking time. He said a lot more than that clip that people saw about I want to do this for the next 100 years. He's gonna do this for a very long time. So there is. Paul said this. I heard Paul say that there is some type of music coming, but he doesn't know when. He doesn't. There's no. I think it's just in the beginning stages. So we don't know nothing. We don't know shit, and that's all I know. They go all the fire, man. I appreciate you guys being here and listening to this. And I didn't hear any. We didn't hear any at all. There is a vinyl one, but I don't even know what the vinyl's got. So, did Eminem smell like Eminem? No, Eminem did not smell. As a matter of fact, I wore my cologne, so all I really smelled was my cologne, because when I wear cologne, I wear a lot. So all I smelled was my cologne, but I don't know if he smells like Eminem. It would be crazy if he did, though. How many people were on the panel of the stands? There were only two. It was me and 1J. Shout out to 1J, another stand. Amazing girl. She has a YouTube page too. I'm gonna put a link. All that stuff. I'm gonna start sharing it soon on Instagram. So yeah, she dope as fuck. Her and then Paul, the original stand, the stand from the Devin. I forgot it. I forgot to say how to say his last name. I always fuck it up. Devin. D Money is what I call him. But Casper the Friendly Ghost, him, Steven was there, the guy that pretty much ran the whole entire the narrator. Steven and Paul Rosenberg, Eminem's manager, was up there too on the panel. So there was that, and then the guy that ran Shade 45, one of the DJs for Shade 45, was the one that was asking the questions on the panel. But we're gonna get into that. And that's a whole next section. Final Destination, yeah, but he also Casper. Think about it, Uncle Pito. Think about it, Uncle Pito. He's absolutely Casper, the live action Casper. Not the live action. The real, not the cartoon. He was Casper before he was Final Destination and Idleheads. Yeah, this is that was chapter 1. This is chapter 2, the finale. There's only a 2-chapter book. Don't judge. We're in intermission right now because I need to roll up. I not roll up. I need to smoke and I need a drink. So yeah, it was that. It was us 5 on that panel. It was amazing to be up in that panel. What else? I think they're gonna put that out on the because it's also premiering in Paramount. They're gonna put it up on Paramount Plus, so you can catch it there if you can't catch it at the AMC's, which is dope. It was crazy when I found out that they were gonna put it on Paramount because that's what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be on Paramount only, but then I saw when it dropped, oh shit, it's gonna be on the AMC theaters worldwide. I said, what? Because I thought since it was a documentary, you don't really see you see documentaries in the movie theaters, but not a lot of them. I thought it was going to be straight to streaming. I didn't think it was going to be an actual movie theater. When I found out it was going to be in the AMC theaters, I lost it. And watch your channel. I don't know if he watches it or not. The interaction, it was... I'll get to that. Bad Wolf, no. At that moment, it was hard to try to get a question in. But I'll explain all of that because it was so many of us, and everybody was trying to get their opportunity. Everybody was trying to get in there with M, so it was a lot, and there was a lot of people in that small ass fucking area. So it was just a lot of emotion, a lot of stuff. So our brains aren't thinking shit. We're just blurring shit out at that point. We're not thinking right because this is us meeting M for the first time. This is not, we already saw M and we there chilling. This is, boom, he's there now. Oh, what? But it gets more in depth. It gets more in depth than that. What you think of meeting M? No. Shout out to you, Derek. I was surprised how normal he was. I was so... It's not even normal. He felt like just a regular dude just walked into the room. It felt surreal, but at the same time, as we started talking to him and everything, it was just more like, you're just, like the way he was talking, you're just normal, bro. Like, you were just bullshitting with us, and they called me Razor Ramon, for God's sake. We'll get into all that. Stop! So he was surprisingly so normal and so humble and so like down, like you could tell that he just wants to be normal. He doesn't want nobody to go OD and do and like act wild like half these, like a lot of these stands out there do. He doesn't want that. He's like, the stands are the ones that understand that. All I want is just to be able to go to a mall and y'all treat me like y'all would treat any other famous person that you see. Y'all ain't gonna ambush him like them. So don't, like, let me be. Like Keanu Reeves, you see Keanu Reeves, right? You see him taking the train, and you see Tom Hanks taking the train, walking on in New York streets. You see all the M can't do any of that, and so he's like that. The stands understand that that's all I want. I love doing this. I want to be the best rapper in the world, but at the same time, just let me be me too. Let me be Marshall. And he's like, you guys understand who Marshall is. When he said that, I said, I know. I've been told that shit to niggas, and niggas don't want to listen. And I didn't say that, but I wanted to. I try to keep it cool, man. I promise you, I try to keep it cool, bro. I was not trying to freak out, because the minute that I saw him, the first thing I said to myself is, don't freak out, don't freak out, don't freak out, don't freak out, don't freak out. Don't freak out, don't freak out, don't freak out, don't freak out, don't freak out. Because I almost shit it. Everything came out. I said, ooh, I tooted. That was Eminem with a peanut right there. Holy shit. I didn't know what to do. I almost pooped. What do you have like to ask? Yeah, that moment, it was so hectic. Well, but we're gonna I have to lead into that. I had to lead into that. It was M is such a down to earth dude. Like, you could just feel the vibe. You know how you could feel vibrations off of people? Like, he just chilled. He was so the coolest white boy in the world, bro. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, the coolest white boy in the world. I've been around a lot of cool white boys, man. A lot of them. And was just like, man, I want, boy, smooth as eggs. Smooth the way he talked, eloquently. Huh? His fit head to toe, rocking what he was. The bad boy looked clean. A smooth handshake, and I'm not even gonna get into that. That's gonna be for later. Hold on. That man has a type of swag, bro, that is different. Like, you saw 25 years of this man's music. Is just, that's him right there. It was unbelievable. It was just like, it's a hologram. Is this nigga real? Like, should I put my hands between? Like, what the hell is this? It was that moment right there. Boy,
Concept beats.
Boy, listen. It was crazy. Let's get back to it. So at this moment, I'm getting ready. Last minute packing, last minute planning, last minute everything. Me and my wife trying to find a flight for her and my son, because I have to bring my son to my wife, because they have to go there. Like this is my wife wanted to be there for me. My son wanted to be there for me. They want to go. They wanted to see the movie. They had never been to New York, so I said, fuck it, let's go. My wife got some tickets. We were able to get tickets in the same plane going and coming, so that was amazing. But we got there. We got to New York. I was able to show my wife my neighborhood. I walked her around the whole entire neighborhood. All my walks that I did through they got tired. I got tired. We were dead. I'm still dead. I can't feel my legs. I got noodle legs today. It hurt. We went on some ferry rides. We saw the city at night. We saw the city in the day in the ferry rides. It was an amazing. I got videos and stuff of that on the Patreon coming. That's what I'm going to do after this live stream. I am going to be going to the Patreon. I'm going to be editing the photo collage that I'm going to be putting up for the Patreon, and the video collage that I'm going to put in for the Patreon of the whole full experience. So you could catch that over there. But I'm going to break it down as best as I can for you on the details. So me and the family have an amazing fucking time, right? We get there Thursday. Well, no, what's today? Friday. We get there Tuesday. Early. Spent all day in the city doing what we did. Hanged out, saw my grandmother, went around the blocks, saw the parks, saw the schools. Enjoyed every fucking moment of it, right? Nostalgia hitting me left and right. Bat, bat, bat. I'm telling you, most emotional fucking week of my life. Because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know how this movie was going to look. I didn't know who was going to be there. Everybody's saying, yo, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. And I'm like, And I was like, I don't know, man. I'm going to be there. And I was like, I don't want to get my hopes up about any of that. Yes, there was an indication in my mind. I was like, M might be here. But I ain't fucking think nothing. I was like, bro, I can't get in that mindset. Because then if it doesn't happen, then I'm like, I don't want this moment to have a negative anything in it. So I was like, I can't get my mindset. But it was in the back of my head. He might be there. They didn't know nothing. I only can tell you guys what happened on the footage that you guys saw. I can't get into anything else because they might use a lot of that for the Paramount Plus thing. So I'm going to stay within the NDA, and I'm not going to say anything too specific. I'm going to give you the roundabout, but not too specific on what happened leading up to the day. The day of. That's what we call it. The day of. So Tuesday we sitting there, and I'm just like, this is actually happening. We're in New York. The premiere's tomorrow. There's a possible chance I might meet Eminem. I'm going to be on the screen in AMC theaters worldwide. How am I going to look on screen? Is my energy going to translate through the screen? Am I going to touch people's hearts? Are they going to make me look completely like a nutbag? Because I was saying a lot of crazy shit. What's going to happen? I don't know nothing. I'm worried. Happy, scared. I'm tired because we walked all over Brooklyn. Well, Williamsburg. The hood. You already know what it is, bro. Williamsburg is beautiful now, man. I wish it was like that when I lived there. But anyways. I try to go to sleep. I get some rest. I actually get some rest. I actually get some good rest because I was so tired. And we lay down and I pass out, wake up the next day, and it's the day. We got to be there at 5 and change, and we got to meet at the tent. So I get I get suited up. We do a lot of things in the morning. We take a ferry ride early, watch the city in the morning, get some breakfast, and then we hung around the city, and then we just went straight to the hotel about 4 o'clock. Took them to Times Square. We were able to see the stairs. They were able to witness Times Square. So that was dope as fuck for my family. They've never been that. They see it on TV. They hear me talk about it all day long. For me to actually be able to show them all the stories that I've ever told them, I was able to show them that was one of the dopest things of this week. For me to actually be able to show my family all these stories that I've told them. This is where this happened, and this is where this happened, and my old schools, and my grandma. We went and surprised my grandmother, and that lady, she said, "Who the fuck is you?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's me, Ray." And she said, "Oh, Ray, come here." And she hugged me in my butt because she's mad short, so she pressed her butt like that close, and she went like this. Oh my goodness. And then my son stood up and she's like, he's going to rob me? So big? And I was like, no, that's Anthony. And she's like, oh my goodness. All that actually happened. That's a crazy So day of, we're back at the hotel. I'm getting ready, and I gotta get myself hyped. So I chat GBT the question, and I said, Chat GBT, I'm nervous as fuck. I'm about to sit and watch a movie that's going to be playing me. I'm going to be part of a movie called Eminem documentary. And not only am I going to be on the big screen, but I am also going to be on stage in front of all the rest of the fucking stands that are on that stage. They are very aggressive. What do I do? That's what I asked him. What the fuck do I do? Because my nerves at this point, my wife is like, babe, you need to calm down. And I'm like, I'm freaking out. Because I don't know what to do. I don't know. I've never been in this position before. So it's kind of like there's not a handbook. I don't know what to do. Am I gonna fuck it up? Huh? And then I started doubting myself. And then when I started doing that, I was like, no. Chat GBT that shit. He told me what I needed to do. He said, look at the mirror and say, you deserve this. You're gonna be amazing. And you're the GOAT. He says, say that for 3 minutes. Breathe in, breathe out. And I did that for 10 minutes. And then it said, also, listen to some hype music. So what's more hype music than what I'm going to go about to go do right now? Eminem. So I started playing all my personal Eminem playlist, where it's like my own personal favorite Eminem songs. And I have it there for that specific reason. I'm like, oh my God, this is the moment that I could use it now. I could use it for this exact fucking moment. That's why you see headphones on me in the picture with M. That's why you see all that, because I need to have music playing in my head because music calms me down. Weird, but it does. And I'm saying this, and I am just rapping all of Eminem's songs. I'm doing Kim. I'm doing Kill You. I'm doing Lose Yourself. I'm doing every single song that I could think of to get me fucking hyped. Not Afraid. I'm doing all of it. And I'm just in the shower, just rapping in the shower. Like a madman, just trying to get my mind into that mindset there. It's just like going in front of a camera, bro. The same thing that you do when you go in front of a camera before you start reacting or you go live, is the same thing you have to do here. You just got to do it in the more. So I just got in the shower and I just got myself right and ate my Wheaties, saved my prayers, and got ready. And as soon as I tied my laces, from that last lace that I tied, I stood up and I was ready. I just knew it that I was ready. I wasn't nervous anymore. I wasn't doubting myself on anything. I was ready for anything that was coming my way. I was walking out that hotel room with my head up fucking high. And I just went, and we got to Pier 17. We had to go to a stand tent. We waited there. They gave us, I wanted to show you a couple of things. Part of it, which is part of the story, but I don't have the band. They gave us a band for a VIP that says Shady on it. So they put it around my wrist, and they gave me my ticket. They're like, this is your ticket, put it in your pocket. When we get you in the line, go in. That. So they got me in. We all got in. They put us in a room. We chilled there for a minute. They asked us a couple of questions. We left. And we started to go take pictures. So when we got to go take the picture part, it was just the group of us, all of us stands, as you guys see in all the pictures that they're posting. All the stands were up there, me, all the rest of them. Shout out to all of them. And we just taking pictures, we wilding out, we acting crazy, we're having fun, right? They come and they tell us, hey, we're going to go ahead and take some pictures with Steven, which was the guy that was hosting it. Steven was there, we took the picture, and everybody, and then they're like, oh, we got one more. Give us a second. So we're not thinking nothing of it because we're taking pictures with a lot of different people. And then the doors open, and then you see Paul Rosenberg walk in and then you see Denon Porter, Mr. Porter, and then they walk in, and then M walks right between them. And he just stands up and he goes, and then just looks at us. And then we're all just like, at that moment, I couldn't. It was surreal. It was like it wasn't happening. Like it almost was kind of like a wax museum. Like it's like that's not. He had Heelys on and they just wheeled him out. It's fake. That's a replica. He was real, but it didn't look like I didn't think I was here where I was. It was almost an out of body experience. That's the best way that I could explain it. It was absolutely out of body. I saw myself seeing what was going on, and I couldn't comprehend it for like a split of a second. And then the way it got me out was M walks in, I'm on the right side, M walks in, and then M says, yo, he says it, yo, that's Razor Ramon. And then Paul says, Razor Ramon. And then you see me shake M's hand, and I went, nigga, did you just give me a fucking nickname? Listen. When that happened, I just didn't know. I stuck. I was like, that's why I started the live with, I said, hey yo, that's my man. Razor Ramon is one of the best parts of NWO, in my opinion. That dude was dope. That toothpick flick, man, I don't know what. Anyways, they say that, and I'm just stuck. And then everybody's just, shaking his hand and just acting like you would normally act if Eminem was fucking in front of you. Hey, Eminem is the dopest nigga in the world. I don't want nobody to say shit about that motherfucker. If I hear anybody say anything crazy about Eminem, I'll worse than my mother. Word is born, I'm gonna roast you for 3.5 hours. I promise you. What fuck we talking about, bro?
Sapanto Beats.
They don't even know. And look, listen. I'm going to tell you something. You can't tell me shit from this point on. You can't tell me shit from this point on. But we're all there, and we're trying to get. Everything was going so fast, but so slow. It was weird because it was like M gave us a lot of time. More than what they thought that he was going to give us. They thought it was going to be like an in and out, take a picture, and that's. No, he was there. He just wanted to talk to us. That was like the dopest thing in the world. Like, that was coming from a lot of people. We didn't expect him to stay that long. And he stood longer than what we expected. And then I'm just like, because he opened the movie, as you guys saw in the video, he opened the movie. So they're like, don't tell nobody nothing because he's opening the movie. We want it to be a surprise for everybody. So we kept our mouth shut, and we were just like, this is happening. I was able to tell him, like, there's a video, a small little clip. You can't see me. Whoever recorded that didn't catch me. They only caught my arm in both videos, which I don't know why, but that's kind of weird. They only caught my arm in both videos. But I was my fault because I didn't have nobody there. That was only for the stands. I couldn't have my wife or my son up there, unfortunately. And I feel like, damn, like that was the moment. My son was able to see Eminem on stage and everything. He has his camera, he took his, and all that. But it was only the stands that were allowed to be up there. So it was crazy. But I told him about the YouTube page, and he just extended his arm. And he just went. And then after everything was said and done, he said his goodbye. He came to me and he went like, yo. And he was like, yo, love, bro. And he literally went, listen, hold on. Hold on, man. He grabbed me and he went, yo, love. And he brought me in. His arm went on my back and went, love, bro. Keep doing your shit. And I went, and I froze. I turned around. 1J was there, and 1J went. All I saw when I turned around was that what girl 1J. She went, and I went. Did that just fucking? She said, yeah, and I was like, so I went in the corner. Come on, bro. Like that's not even, bro. Where's man? I wish 1J. I wish 1J was here, man. Because it was like, it was a moment that only the three of us saw. It was only a moment that the three of us was the only ones that caught that. Because he was already leaving. He was saying his goodbyes and he was about to bounce because he had to get on stage to go open the movie. And as he said bye, I said, yo, bro, thank you for real, man. I appreciate everything you do. And he's like, keep doing what you do, bro, love. And he brought me in and I went. And me and her had a moment and I was like, I went, girl! And my tongue shook like that. And I went to a corner and I just couldn't breathe. So I couldn't ask him anything. It was like a moment of, you got to get, because everyone's asking him questions at the same time. Everyone's so excited. And do you blame him? Yeah, like it's Eminem in front of us. So everyone's just asking questions. And he's only one dude, so he's trying. I was seeing him trying to, like, show. And this is what the most beautifulest part about Eminem is. He literally gave every single one of us our moment. He literally gave, he took the time to give us each our own special moment with him. He didn't have to do any of that. With him just walking in saying, hey, God, and giving us a little speech and saying, like what he's saying on these clips that you see, that's just a little bit of, that's a small part of what he said he was talking about. It got a lot more personal with us, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing that he took the time and spent that time with his fans, spent that time with his fans. It was like, it showed me like, I didn't have a doubt in my mind that you were the exact motherfucker in those lyrics. But that just solidified that you were the exact motherfucker in those lyrics. That's all that did to me. It solidified that Eminem is the best rapper in the fucking world. That way that man spent, like he didn't have to do any of that. Look at guys, this is Eminem. He didn't have to fucking sit there with us and talk about us about nothing. And telling us how he feels about our story, how it made him feel. That connection that he had with us there was, you can't fucking, that was, at that moment right there, they could have been like, all right, well, we're not going to even play the movie. All right, cool. You couldn't tell me anything. You could have told me, yo, Ray, let me get $100. I would have gave you my wallet and said, take it, pawn the wallet. I wouldn't know what the fuck. No, well, not my wallet. My debit card I'll give you. My wallet my daughter gave me. I'll slap the shit out you if you try to. Take my wallet and see what the fuck happens. My baby girl gave me that. This is not part of the story. I'm just very defensive. And I wish him. Say something crazy, see what happens. I'm just saying. So, we get there. We get. This right here, they gave us to be like pretty much in the back after everything was said and done, and then they took our tickets and they gave us a custom stand golden ticket. See the section 313, row E, seat 69. And this are my keepsakes. And then the shirt. And then they gave us each a shirt of the stand with the date and everything in the back. And then the movie played. We played the movie. When we came out from the interaction, because literally they wanted us to come out with that energy. So it was literally, we saw M and they were like, all right, now let's go on stage. Let's go to the crowd so we could go watch the movie. And so we're coming out and people are seeing us come out and they're playing Eminem, like DJ Who Kid is on stage playing Eminem. And I'm over here rapping and everyone in the crowd is looking at me and I'm just rapping Eminem and they're getting hype. I'm fucking hype. Everybody in the room is hype. It was just a hype fucking moment. And then we sat down and I waited because M was going to open the movie. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my son, I'm looking at my daughter and my wife, and we're looking at each other and I'm like, just wait. She was like, oh, how was it? Da-da-da. And I was like, just wait. And then they did their thing. They did their own intro. And then they said, and now to help us open the movie. And that's when M came out. And when he came out, when I tell you the seating arrangements were nicely rowed. You can fucking put a string on that motherfucker. It's going to be straight as an arrow, buddy. They were nicely lined up real nice to go see the movie that was separated properly. You could tell the person that did that before the fucking the whole movie started. You could tell the person that did that took their time because it was very lined up, very nice. It had the exact same space between each chair so people could have enough elbow rooms and shit like that. It was done very nice. And then the minute, the second, the microsecond, the uber second that Eminem walked his ass from the back to the front, all those chairs went to shit. All those chairs were on the floor. I know the person that did it was in the back looking at everyone doing. I know he was upset. If I was him, I would have just walked in the middle of that big ass commotion. I would have sucker punched somebody. You know how long it took me to line up those fucking chairs? It was done very nice, bro. When I walked up there, I was like, wow. They put some time into this shit. This is beautiful. Then you're going to have a whole bunch of knuckleheads fucking up a whole row of chairs. People's purses was getting stepped on. I think somebody stepped on the baby. I don't know. The baby was crying and the baby stopped crying. I was like, check the baby. And then the lady was like, the baby's good. And I was like, all right, go. She threw the baby to the husband. The husband grabbed the baby, put the baby down. I was like, y'all niggas don't give a fuck about the baby. Like, yo, pick the baby up. But no, they didn't. They let the baby stay there in the front looking at Eminem wobbling in his chair. There was so much shit going on that I didn't understand. I was like, oh my God. Like, people were getting pushed to get to that stage, to get in front of that motherfucker. And then my son is like, wah! I'm like, yo, your esophagus, you need to relax. He did that. At that moment, my son almost told me, fuck you. At that moment, he almost looked at me and said, fuck you, Dad. Wah! He was losing his mind. My wife is like, oh my God. And I'm just like sitting back there like, I think I did that at one point. I literally did that to him. I went and pointed. He pointed back, but it don't matter. I went like that and like that, and he looked down and he kind of I think I saw a smirk. I don't know because I was crying a little bit in one eye. It was very blurry. It was an amazing fucking time. It was an amazing moment. The fans were really surprised. The way they lined everything up. Shout out to everybody in the production company. Shout out to everybody that had a part to do with it because, wow. Not only did the movie come out amazing, in my opinion, but the whole lead up, everything they did for us, the stands, yesterday for the premiere, well, the day before, yesterday, Wednesday for the premiere, everything, the way they made us feel, the way what they did for us, just the moment they gave us, it was the most amazing thing in the fucking world. That right there was that Eminem left and the movie started. And now this is where it got a little. This is where when it started, I went, okay. There's not no going back. There's no, hey, can I try to take a look at it first before you guys air it? Because I don't want to look crazy out. Nothing. This is it. I can't go back on anything. This is it. And I went and we watched it, and I was just like, people laughed. Like, I was saying shit on the screen, and the whole crowd was laughing. I went, more than that, people, and that random motherfuckers, I don't even know them. It's just like, you. And one of the cool things is, there's a very cool moment. Before all of this happened, right when we were taking, me and all the rest of the stands, we're just wilding out, taking pictures, listening to M's music before anything of this started, before we met M or anything. The moment that we were having just us, rapping Eminem lyrics with each other, wilding out, hype and happy that we're in the position that we're in, like understanding, like, yo, this is, like, we're in a group of our own now. Like, we're the stands. We're the representatives of stands because we're in the fucking movie. So this is a moment right now. So we're just hyped. We're fucking going bananas. BANANAS. Having a great time. Then there was a stand that was there. His name is Ralph. Shout out to Ralph. And he was just like, yo, bro, I watch your videos, bro. You're fucking amazing. And I'm like, so me and him took a picture behind the stand thing. Shout out to Ralph, man, for being a fan. And a couple of them also said that they saw my videos too. They watched me on YouTube and everything like that. So it was crazy. It was fucking nuts. So we watched the movie. Everybody did so well. Every stand that was on there, I believe, did amazing. Everything came out so good that even the producers, everybody was saying, oh my fucking God, like, wow, we didn't expect it to be this good. But everybody loved it. It was a great film. The way they did it, the way they just told the story. The every little twist, everything that they did in it was crazy. The movie was over. So when the movie was over, naturally, you know, everybody's hyped. The management comes straight, looks for me. Everybody runs back on stage when the movie's over. Everybody, because they think that Em's going to come back out and perform. And everybody goes on stage, Marshall. And I'm just like, he left. I was like, Daddy ain't here. That nigga said, I am out, sir. he got to get out of there, man. He got shit to do. And I go to the rest of the stands because I was sitting with my family. The stands, there were some stands sitting separately from everybody else. So we all gathered because we all had to get back together because they said when the movie's done, we all got to get together. So we were like, all right. So we got into one little circle, hugging each other. Oh my God, you were amazing. Oh my God, taking pictures, having a great fucking time. And then they take us downstairs. Downstairs, we do closing stuff, and they give us a bunch of different little other things, like little postcards that says stand on it, and a whole bunch of different things. We was talking there with a bunch of different people. We saw the guy that pretty much directed 8 Mile. He was there. We were able to talk to him. We were able to connect with a lot of fucking people that were there that night. Paul. We're leading up to the panel. This is the last part right here is going to be the panel part. So they get me and they get 1J. And they said, all right, you guys need to go up the stairs. We're on the stage, behind the stage, under a tent. And they're like, all right, what you need to go up, and then you follow him behind and everything, and then just stay right there. And then whenever they get ready to announce you just walk out. And I was like, oh, okay, so we're doing this then. This is what's happening. And They're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. And oddly, when I was standing on behind the stage, I was standing backstage with Paul, with Devin, 1J, and Steven. So we're all there and we're talking, and then Steven was like, so how did you like the movie? I was like, oh my God, it was fucking amazing. And then Paul was like, you're gonna need you to get your Paul Rosenberg, Eminem's manager, said you need to get yourself an agent then. And I said, and I started laughing, and I was like, yeah, I was like, you looking for any clients? And then Devin and Steve started laughing. He was like, at the moment right now I'm pretty busy. That moment right there was fucking dope as fuck. And then the DJ, I forgot the DJ's name. My brain is fucked right now. I forgot his goddamn fucking name. The DJ with the Knicks jersey on. He's a DJ from not Sway in the Morning, but Shade 45. And he comes out and says, and coming out first, we're gonna start with the panel. We're doing the panel right now. So we're gonna start, and we're gonna start bringing them out. So please, everybody, take your seats. So everybody started sitting down and all that. And then some people stood up because they wanted to be in front of the panel. But there are a lot of people that sat down. And I sat there, and I'm waiting for him to call my name. And then he says, I'm waiting for Ramon, right? Because that's how they put me in the movie, my legal name. So he says that. I'm thinking Ramon's going to come out of his mouth, and he says, he has a YouTube page, and he's a stan. Doesn't say Vibe Reaction. Says, I have a YouTube page, and it goes by Uncle Ray. And I went, who told him my channel was... No one asked me anything about my channel. No one said, hey, what's their name? What do they call you? Uncle Ray is a very personal... Hey, you have to be part of the channel to understand why they call me Uncle Ray. Like, it's just not, like, understand it. That's not, it's usually Ray Vibe, shit like that, or my name, what they used in the movie, which is Ramon. No, they said Uncle Ray. And I said, where the fuck you got that name from? I even looked back at it a little bit. I went, Uncle Ray? But there was no time to ask questions. I walk out. I say what's up to the DJ. Was like, what's going on? And I go, I grab the mic, and I am not nervous. I'm thinking that I'm gonna walk out there and be shaky. I'm gonna be, I don't know what, I'm not gonna know what to say. I'm not gonna, no. I grabbed the mic. I was like, what's going on? My wife is there. My son is there. My son is like, ah. And I went, ah. And it was crazy. It was crazy. And I sit down. Then they bring out Devin. Then Devin comes out, and they're like, he says, and who used to play Stan? Who played Stan in the original music video of Stan? Eminem Stan's Devin, and he comes out, and then he hits me, and he goes, because me and him, like, we took pictures together, we talked a little bit in there. He's a cool fucking dude, bro, and we just sit next to each other. They bring out 1J Steven, then Paul Rosenberg comes out, and then he sits on the other end, and then they just start asking questions. That I'm gonna leave that for when they put it out, because they are putting out the I'm pretty sure they're gonna put out that part. I don't know, in Paramount or in the deluxe edition if they sell it on DVD or some shit like that, like extra scene. I don't know if they're gonna use that. So, but it was just, you know, your questions like, how do you feel having a YouTube page? How do you feel about defending Eminem? And I was like, I don't give a fuck who says anything about anything. You come in and like, go watch my channel. I was like, you're going to find it that there's not going to be a lot of people who are going to make it out of that comment section alive if they come over there talking crazy about Eminem. And that's exactly how I said it. Everybody in the crowd was like, yeah, motherfucker. And I was like, oh, I forgot who. I got scared for a minute because one guy screaming, he looked at me with his eyes wide open. Like, he looked like he just started his addiction. Like his eyes was like, and I was like, oh, this dude is about to jump on stage. Because I'm like sitting right there. That dude is like very bulky and very aggressive. And I'm like, I didn't mean to start a revolution. Like, calm. That boy looked at me. Yeah! I was like, sir? And then they started just asking questions. And then we got on stage. They took a big picture of all of us on stage. Do the deuces up, did all that, and that was it. That was it. We went backstage. We said thank you. I said thank you to all the producers, the directors. I said bye to Paul, and I said bye to Steven. Everybody else that was a part of the whole production was backstage because that was like the finale, yay, we're done. That's it. It's over. Like it's already played. It's going to air on. It's already set up to air on all AMC theaters on the 7th. So that's it. They're done. Their job is complete. So it was a big moment. So it was a lot of emotion. There was a lot of crying and a lot of like hugs. Like the management team, all of them. Like there were me and 1J were there, and they were like coming to us because all the rest of the stands they already scattered and they already went their own ways. So them just embracing us and saying thank you so much for being a part of this, and you guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed the movie, man. You guys shined on screen, and thank you for being a part of it. And they really just gave us hugs, and it was just a beautiful moment that we all had there, because it is a lot of work, and it's a lot of stress and patience. You need to have it. The waiting process is crazy because there's a lot of work that these guys did. If you guys haven't seen the movie, please go see it. It's there until the 10th, I believe, in all AMC theaters. If not, they will be announcing when it's going to be coming out on Paramount Plus. So they will be announcing when it comes out there. So I after that, we all went back down there. We did like final interviews. They grabbed everybody else. They grabbed everybody together. We went right back down for the final. That's it. And then they gave us like a little. That's when they gave us the postcards and stuff. And then that's when we all said bye to each other, and then we left. And then me and my wife and my son, we met up and started walking towards the hotel. And as we're walking, the director of 8 Mile was at a food truck, and he was talking to a lot of people, but he was waiting for Paul, Steven, and everybody to show up because they were going to go to a bar. And then he was like, "You drink?" And I like, no, I don't, not like that. I drink, but not like that. And he was like, "Well, you sober, right?" And I was like, yeah. He's like, and then he just smiles like, "Man, you did fucking amazing." He's like, "This is ladies and gentlemen, listen to what I'm saying." Yeah, I don't think they understand it. The producer, director of 8 Mile said that I shined on screen. And he's like, and he told me, "You got something." Shakes my hand and then leaves. So that was the end of one of the most amazing nights of my life. Every emotion that any doubt that I had before, it went away. My wife was there when the director said that. My wife and my son was right there, and he said that, and I just looked at he shook my hand, he brought me in, embraced me, and then he started walking because Paul and all of them started walking. He started walking with them, and then Paul went like that, Steven went like that. "Have a great night," and they all waved, and then I was like, "Did that just fucking happen?" My wife was like, so that was it. That was, and then that's when I went live. And then at that moment, that's when I went live. At that moment, I couldn't really get anything that happened organized. I couldn't get it organized in my head until I got to the plane. Because I was like, it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper, Heavy D up in the limousine. Like, that's what was in my mind. It was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, I met the non. I met the non dude. Amazing, amazing dude. Fast forward, a little tidbit. Also, the little portion of the non part. Forgot that part. Denon was there, and I was like, "Yo, bro, I love your shit, man. You mind if I take a picture?" He's like, "Yo, dude, it'll be an honor." And I'm like, "Why y'all niggas talking like y'all know me?" But then it hits my head like they were part of the production. They were seeing hours of footage of us over and over. So it's almost in a sense they knew us more than what we thought because of, it was a long interview. We all had long interviews. So that's where it's like they knew us more and we felt that. And I don't know. But me and Denon were there, he took a picture and I was like, "Bro, I appreciate you." Like, "Nah, man," he's like, "I appreciate you, man. Thank you. And cool as fucking dude. Smooth too. Smooth. And he smelled like money. I ain't gonna lie to you. That nigga smell like money. I dapped him up and I went, that nigga 100 million. Right on the shoulder. Stop playing. Denon is Mr. Porter is the shit. Yes, he is. And then you saw Paul photobombed me and M's picture, which I think is the most classic one of them all. I love that. That picture is perfect. I got Paul there. I got M there. I got me there. I got that creepy motherfucker in the back there. I got all of them. No, we all were wilding that day. And that's it. I went live and then I talked to you guys and we came back home. And that was the end of it. That was the finale of the whole entire Stan story. I am beyond excited for the ones that haven't seen the movie. I hope you guys are able to go see it. It really, 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 really breaks down. I think the stands that don't know much of them, the Eminem fans that don't know a lot, I think this will open their eyes up a little bit more about Stans and about Eminem as a person. I think it brings more of this movie brought more of a human element to the music for Eminem. Eminem is very transparent, obviously, with his music, but this gave us more of his human side. You saw a little bit more of who Eminem is as a normal man, because that's all he wants. He just wants to be treated as a normal man. Stan is pretty much they say it in the movie, Stan is pretty much a guideline of what not to fucking be. The type of fan that he doesn't want. And this is just celebrating the fans that do appreciate him for his music, but are not obviously the fucking psychotic motherfuckers that he talks about in the Stan song. So I mean, it's a really good watch. It explains a lot. It explains a lot, especially type of person M is, like human, not as rapper, not as the best lyricist or anything like that. Yeah, obviously his music is what is the glue that sticks it all together, but just him as a human being, I think they depicted it very well, showing the more human side of, or normal, I would say normal side of M instead of Marshall. You really were able to see who the fuck Marshall was. Instead of Eminem, you were able to see who Marshall was. So I'm stoked for the ones that haven't watched it. I hope you guys are able to watch it. I hope you guys watch it. If you did watch it, let me know in the chat. Please let me know. If you guys watched it, did you guys like the movie? Did you guys see my part? Did you guys catch what did you guys do? Let me ask you a question, guys. If you did see the movie, what did you guys do when you saw me on screen? What was the first reaction you guys did when you saw me on screen? Because it hit me when I watched it last night with the family. We went to the premiere last night with the family again. Thank you, Sam. If you see this, you want to make a documentary about me, it's going to be a short documentary. That would be dope. I would love to do that. Like even Stacy was telling me something about like she's like, you know what you need to do? You need to start thinking about writing a book. And I'm like, writing a book? Like, but she was like, she's like, you got a lot of shit to say. She was like, put it on a book. So those are all ideas that I'm gonna be. Those are gonna be my projects that I want to start working on to at least get the shit started in 2026. I want to get that started, but I want to finish. I don't want to put too much on my plate because a lot of it I got to do on my own. So it's a lot of that stuff is going to be coming definitely. We got into some of Ray's backstory in our podcast. Yeah, we did. So dude, it's just the fucking most craziest shit in the world, bro. This whole entire experience has been fucking nuts. I want to see if I could find something real quick. Give me a second. I want to see. Let me do something real quick. Give me a second. There's a lot. Hold on, guys. So, Unc, you stand you. Yes. I'm going to let you know tomorrow night. All right, Carly. It's available worldwide. Yes, all AMC's worldwide. Thank you, Stefford. Dalisa was good. Yeah, AMC theaters now, I think 7th, yesterday, what's today, the 8th? Yeah, 9th and 10th. I think it's going to end at the 10th. On the 10th is the last day on the AMC, but it will absolutely be on Paramount. Absolutely will be on Paramount. So, I'm going to show you guys this picture. I'm gonna go through not all pictures, but I'm gonna show you just some pictures. But before I do that, let me do this. Oh, I did send it. Okay, I did send it. All right. Let me share the screen. Share it. So that right there is. That's Ralph. That is the Vibe Gang. He's part of the Vibe Gang. He follows me on YouTube, and he's also part of the Stand Doc. Amazing time that we had up there, just talking rap, talking music, talking all that. It was dope. It was the dopest shit in the world. This right here, hold on. That was when I was on the panel. These are all coming out on the Patreon. I'm just going to give you a few. There's a lot more. I'm just giving you a little bit. So that's the one on the panel. I mean, where is it? This is and I'm gonna do two more. This is literally after. This picture is literally after I met Eminem. This is the moment after. You see that grin? His never came off. His never came off. Oh, is my daughter? Yeah, I teared up. It was good, and I'm so proud of you. This is the first of the many doors you have. I can't wait to see how far you grow. Thank you, baby. I love you so much. And I'm so sad. I'm so sad that she couldn't be there. Because my daughter, she's responsible. She had to work and she had to go to school, and she had to take care of what she needed to take care of it. And then she could have gone, but she said, nah. She's like, hey, just have your moment. I wish I could be there, but she had her responsibilities, and I just wish she was there. I don't think there's new music in the movie. I haven't heard it, but that right there was right after. Right after. That was fucking insane. And where is it? Where is it? I could have sworn I sent it. No. I want to show you guys one more. I could have sworn I sent it. If not, I'll send it again. But yeah, it was. Whew, it was. Whew. I think I'm finally today. When I woke up today, I think I finally was. I came down from all that high because it was a moment. It was a moment like like I was able to beat this nigga. Like I met Eminem, bro. Had a moment with that man, bro. He's told me keep going. He said keep, boy. It was. almost can't even comprehend how this is happening, but it's happened. It already happened. It's a dream. It's absolutely a fucking dream. And like I said, thank you guys so much for just fucking riding with me through the whole entire couple of days, bro. You guys been there, fucking support, love, flower, everything. You guys are fucking amazing, man. And then we're gonna end off this live stream with the picture that I'm gonna hold dear to my heart for a very, 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 very long time. That right there. So yeah, my wife said that we're gonna frame it. We're gonna find some place to do it. I want to do a black and white portrait of it, so I could put it on this area. When I finish fixing this area, that picture right there is going to be involved in the background. But I want to get it like a black and white, and then put it in the living room as well. I want to put that somewhere in my house, because this moment right here, guys, you have to understand something. As a 16-year-old kid, this moment was. I thought this was never gonna happen. I didn't think you should replace that on your. I'm thinking about putting that main. Take everything else out and put that shit the main one with my plaque next to it and vibe reactions on top and call it a fucking day. Because I'm sorry, bro. That is. His arm. I don't know if you guys can see it. His arm is around me. In that picture, his arm is around me. He's like this because I'm tall, so he's like that. He's going like that, and I'm just like, you can call me on my cell phone. I tried to slip my number in that nigga's pocket. Like I didn't know I did it. I didn't do any of that. I don't know. It was, but like I said, in that moment when he came in, everybody was so like, you couldn't get anything. And like, it was not like, if I had time like sitting down with him and we chilling in a room with no cameras and nothing, we talking, I would have talked to him about all these independent artists, man. I wanted to mention Ren, Upchurch. I wanted to have that convo, but at that moment, that wasn't. They didn't give us time to actually have that moment, because it was more of a, oh my God, this just fell on our laps and we're trying to assess the situation. Our brains are going 100 miles an hour at this moment, not knowing what the fuck to say to this man or anything like that. So it's just like, but the way M is in the music scene, I think people don't understand how much Eminem listens to the independent scene. Because independent scene to him is all it is fucking underground rap. That's all that it is. So his ear is in the streets. I'm pretty sure he knows. But if he wants to work with somebody and everything, he keeps a lot of stuff close to the chest. Because let's say he does know who Ren is or Upchurch or whoever. And he's fucking with their style in a way that it sparks an idea. He doesn't want to go and blur it out that they make contact. They like to keep things very, very quiet when it comes to anything that has to do with Eminem. But I'm pretty sure that he knows who the fuck a majority of these dudes are. How can't he? He says that he's always in the internet. He's always listening to underground. He's always listening to rappers all day long. So I'm pretty sure that, and it's like I didn't hear the words, but I'm pretty sure that he's seen my shit. I'm pretty sure that he's seen my reactions. So I'm pretty sure he's seen a lot of us reactors. It's just that it's M. Like, he doesn't even follow nobody, let alone. But it was like, wow. I am 16 years old again. I have the Marshall Mathers LP playing in my ears, which these are a couple of, after I say this, I got a couple of things that I want to break down for you guys, what we're going to do. What I want to do, but I don't know if it's going to be a for sure thing yet or not. But I am going to start recording. I'm going to take this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and I'm just going to record reactions. I got donos coming. I got more reactions. A lot of new music just dropped. MGK just dropped his album. I'm going to do the album review on Twitch sometime in the next couple of weeks. It's coming. I promise you. The Clips album review is coming sooner than that. I have to organize a lot. This literally was last minute, so a lot of things had to be put on hold, but I'm trying to readjust and get back to it. So I got all that stuff coming. I got all those album reviews coming, but all album reviews, like I said, I'm doing it on Twitch. Because most of the album reviews are not going to be copywritten, and it's going to be problems with UMG. So I'm not going to do any of that. I am going to be doing it on Twitch though. So follow me on Twitch if you want to see those album reviews. But I will, like I said, I will be chopping them down, and I will not chopping them down. Those live streams, those album reviews, I will be editing them and putting it out. So those will be coming on YouTube soon. If you can't make the Twitch album review, I will be putting it up, edited version of it on YouTube. So, but I have to get back to the groove of things. So I'm gonna take this weekend to go and get a lot of recording done. Today I'm working on Patreon. I have to do a bunch of editing for the photo collage and the video collage that I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. And tonight at 7 p.m., Aries and the Nation, Sir Daniel, is going to be up on the Vibe Talk podcast at 7 p.m. tonight. So I got all that stuff coming. Reactions are going to be coming throughout the weekend, throughout the week. We're going to keep it rolling, and we're going to react. I got lives coming. I got a bunch. You guys will know it when I put it up. I can't give you time. Like I said, on everything else, I can't give time frames on, but I'm going to get back to work. I had an amazing time, but now it's back to the clock in and get some shit done, man. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for hanging out for this story time with Stan. Like I said, if you haven't, please go check out the movie. It's on AMC Theaters worldwide. It will be playing on Paramount Plus. I love you guys so much. That picture right there is exactly how we're gonna fucking end this. Just like that. Nothing else. That picture, I'm gonna just put it on my background forever. I swear I am. That's the dopest picture in the world, son. What are we talking about, man? M don't know, bro. M don't know, bro. What are you talking about? Best picture in the fucking world, man. I love you guys. I'm going to talk to you guys tonight. I'll be back live here again at 7 p.m. So I will talk to you guys tonight. Let me get back to work. I'll see you guys in the videos. Peace, love, and I saw Eminem. I love you guys. I'm out of here.